The Jets pick at 4 and 5 because of the Jamal Adams trade. The Giants pick at 6 and 7 because of the Justin Fields trade that the Bears made with them to move back up. And then the Eagles pick 9, 10, and 14. The 10 is from the Dolphins, and that moving around on the board last draft day. And then the 14 is the Carson Wentz deal. So 3 teams with 7 picks, which is pretty crazy. So here's what I had the Jets doing. And, we sort of touched on the injuries they've had along the offensive line. Zach Wilson's been injured. I haven't taken Kayvon Thibodeau, who somehow lasts till 4 in this scenario. I mean, it could happen. We'll see. I don't think the Jaguars wouldn't take. I don't think they would take Thibodeau. We talked about Josh Allen. They took Caleb on Chase on the year after that. I don't know if you just keep drafting edge rushers and your team wins 3 football games. So I'm taking the Jets taking Kayvon Thibodeau, and then I have them taking Evan Neal. How do you feel about that if you're the Jets team that needs help on offensive line? His defense, they do have some edge rushers. What's his face? The kid they signed from Carl Lawson got hurt, so he'll be back. But I mean, can you ever have enough edge rushers?
No, and then you have a dynamic pair between Kayvon Thibodeau and Carl Lawson. I think you're very excited about that. When you're in a position like the Jets, you simply want to take the blue chip talent, the best players on the board, until you get to a position where maybe you can take some luxuries. You can try to draft for a need if you ever get to that point. But in this situation, you're taking 2 blue chip players. You've got Kayvon Thibodeau to go with Carl Lawson, which is a premier position. You've got Evan Neal to now have a bookend with Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker. I mean, you're suddenly building a very talented offensive line. And I think that's how you win in the NFL. You've got to build through the trenches and really have depth on both sides of the ball. You've got Quinnen Williams on the defensive line. So suddenly you're seeing a plan come together with the Jets if you do take a Kayvon Thibodeau and an Evan Neal with those 2 top 5 picks.
And then a year from now, I can say the Jets would be good if they'd only taken Mac Jones 2nd overall.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very valid point. We might be looking back in a year and be questioning that decision even more. But
yeah, fingers crossed Zach Wilson can turn it around, because early on in that game on Sunday, I was like, good Lord, man, Joe Flacco and Mike White were at least serviceable, and you're throwing that underhand interception 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. He got better, so hopefully he can sort of right the ship, because it hasn't been a fun ride for Zach Wilson and Jets fans so far.